when you associate pleasure to repulse, or when you go through experiences of abuse. So for those who don't know, I've been through sex abuse, and when I was 5 years old, by a neighbor. There was a friend of the family, and also later by other neighbors, and you know, I've been through some serious experiences of abuse, but that was a truly mark when I was really young, and I was healing my inner child, and that experiences, and I realized that I felt guilt by feeling pleasure. And what I mean by that is not only pleasure, like pleasure, but also um, pleasure in general. Like feeling pleasure by about doing something that I truly love, as working, or feeling pleasure about having a good partner, a person that truly fulfilled my feelings, my needs, or having pleasure, even in that part, in that matter, you know, because somehow it made me feel guilty by feeling those sensations. Because I remember I had to go through that memory that it's really hard to, and I did feel the repulse, the disgust, and also there was this parts where I felt pleasure, and that it's you wanted to stop, you wanted to be ending over it with, but it's like a body response that you cannot control, and I'm sorry, it's really hard to talk about this, but I felt the need to really share this acknowledgement, because when we are not aware that that experience can bring these blockages, you start to unconsciously sabotaging any kind of pleasure experiences, because you don't feel like you are deserving. You don't feel like it's safe to feel pleasure, because if you felt pleasure in a situation where you were being harmed, you feel like it's unsafe to feel pleasure. And so I healed that, and I felt a huge liberation. So if you are in the process of healing, especially that kind of situation, please be aware that you need to go through that wound to release the guilt and to feel safe. Love you all.